So may gabi ito ang purpose ani among meeting ron kay para sa mo case study sa management. So sa among management na mo na case study ang obligation na among objective ani kay is to interview a manager about his business o unsa siya pagka manager itself. So Bel.
Oh, so uh, can you give us a little background of the organization that you're working with, or the place or your workplace?
So I am working with CEMEX, cement plant in Naga, Apo Cement. So actually, our company is a multinational company. And then for me, I am connected with maintenance department. Actually, if we say manager does not mean that by position only, but there are people under them. So they are called managers, supervisors, or also line managers. But we hold people maybe around 50, something like that, because then contractors. But I am really related with managing maintenance activities.
Okay, thank you. So
Thank
next
you, sir.
question.
And for the next question, being a manager, sir, what are your strategies that you will apply about planning, organizing, leading, and controlling the business, sir?
First, we plan as a group. Then we need to support operation, production. So whatever production needs, we need to plan ahead because we need to know what parts, because from maintenance, we know to what parts we need. Let's say we have a shutdown preparation. We have preparation for shutdown. Usually in a production plant, we have scheduled shutdowns. We also have unscheduled, but what we are after is the scheduled shutdown because it is planned better. So for scheduled shutdowns, we need to know what is the activity that needs to be executed on that day. So we need parts, manpower, tools, timetable. It is very important that we know how many days we will execute the shutdown, the preparation, so that if we do not know, then it is impossible for us. The parts, if the parts will arrive on time, maybe we are planning, but then the parts, let's say in our plant, majority of the parts are imported. So we need to time our schedule that the parts are already there, and we know the exact time that we need, how many days. Then the manpower, let's say the contractors that we need to help in the execution of the job, because for us, we will just be managing the people, the contractors. We do not have enough manpower to execute the activity, especially during major shutdowns, planned shutdowns. So we look for contractors. They will supply the contractor. We will just give them the activity, bidding, then execute. Then we will just supervise, manage how, then monitor. Then we have to monitor the progress. That is why we have this, maybe Gantt chart, bar chart, MS projects, per CPM. So these are the tools that we need to monitor the progress of the activity. It is always recorded. Let's say for a 10 days shutdown schedule, what is the progress in this line? So we need to put the activities in line. Then they have the number of days. Then we have to plot, so we can monitor the percentage of the accomplishment in each day, and that is to be reported to the managers also.
Thank you, sir. Next question.
Next question, sir. As a manager, what characteristics and skills do a manager have?
Very important for a manager is that he is not bossy. He knows he knows the weaknesses of his people and the strength of his people, because we cannot just say you do this and but the person that you're told to do it is not in the condition to do it because he has problem in the family. He is good, but during that time he is not, because of external problems. So you should know when to how the people react, and you should be able to capitalize, no, for his weakness, for his strength. You should know very well how to capitalize his strengths and his weaknesses, so that managing people is not just by saying you do this, but you need to be also partly, we call it, you should have empathy. No, you should know how to deal, to encourage the person to fulfill his task according to what you like. If you will just command, say they do this, and you do not give correct directives, then maybe his understanding will be different from what you desired. So you should be clear in instruction how to do it, and so basically you know what is to be done. It is not because you are the manager then you just delegate and you do not know how it is to be done. So I'm saying that best managers are those coming from the ranks, not the ones that go directly to the higher positions. If you start from the rank, then progress to become the manager, then you are capable for the things, for the responsibility that you have.
So next question, how do you manage people knowing that people have different characteristics, and knowing that you work in a very diverse workplace?
So that is that part. That is why experience plays a very important role for a manager, because different people, different characteristics, different behaviors. You ask another employee to do this kind of job with this specific instruction, and he can fulfill the activity. If you do the same to another person, he cannot, because he has a different style. So that is why it is very important experience, so that you yourself the manager should be flexible depending upon the characteristic of a certain individual. You just can't assume that you want this and all of your subordinates can do what you like. Maybe some will do it the other way, but the same result. The other one another way, but the same result. So if you don't know how to react on it, then maybe you will get angry, and you will lose the chance that people will trust you. So that is why experience is very important, so that you can have the patience, the strength, the desire, the drive so that these people, we know very well that those who are hired by the company are knowledgeable. Only we need to tap their knowledge so that it will be harnessed and beneficial to the company.
Thank you, sir. For the next question, as a manager, what are your principles that you apply in your workplace?
First, no nepotism. Second, money matters. Because if you are holding a position of managers, you will become a signatory for approval, something, bidding. You will approve, you will pay, you will approve for the billing. Then during the bidding, you will be there. You will approve. So if you are not cautious with regards to money, suborno, then your position will be in great danger, because you will be compromised. You will be compromised. You will agree that the contractors will give you substandard works, and you will agree, you will sign because you are already compromised, you were given money. So that is very important. And also favoritism, because in the ranks there will always be differences in the ranks. So if you favor someone, then the others will be what we call it demoralized. So if you have a group of workers that are demoralized, it is not effective in the job anymore. So you need to balance it. So that is why you should be there standing without giving any preference to anyone. Everyone is equal.
Alright, so last question, sir. How do you adapt to organizational changes nga since kanang business kay di man gud siya mo stay lang good sa usa ka condition yan na like naman gud sa mga sudden changes may nga na, sir. So unsa nimo pag-adapt ana, sir?
Muna ingon nga change, the only permanent in this world is change. So for instance, when we graduate, we only have 1 unit, 3 units computer. So after the computerization age, we do not know it, but yet we persevere. So at least now we know a little. So you need to you adapt. For instance, before companies, soft drinks, they are only dealing with bottled soft drinks, glass. Now plastic. So the trend is where the company will save much, the trust will be there. So you have to innovate. That is why continuous improvement is always a part of a company's organization. It will not just stick to, let's see, before Coca-Cola and Pepsi, only Coke, Pepsi. There is no other options. Now there is already beer that is flavored beer. So to adapt to change, because you need to have very for us and our company, we have different kinds of cement. So what the people needs, you should be able to supply their needs. So you have to innovate. That is why there should be a continuous improvement that will check what is the climate, what is the market pointing to. So you should be able to grasp that opportunity. So if you do not, then you will be left behind. If you do not want to be computerized, then you will be left behind. So nothing will happen. So change, you should always be willing to accept change. That is, for instance, problems. Remember this: problems are always opportunities for growth. Problems is not it's not there for us to fail, but problems are there for us to succeed, to strive more. Muna siya good to for better. So muna siya ang language yun sa management, that every problem we encounter is an opportunity to succeed. So andam kita anak.
Thank you, sir.